Hello! You might be wondering, what exactly is the foster care system? Well, essentially, the foster care system, by definition, is a temporary court-monitored service that provides a safe and stable home for children who cannot legally live with their parents or guardians. Although the foster care system might seem like a great place, it is essentially flawed. Many interconnected issues make the system prioritize efficiency over the well-being of the children that it serves. I entered the foster care system at 11 years old and got out right before my 13th birthday. I was lucky enough to have the support from both my paternal grandparents. They were there the entire time. Most children don't have that same support from anybody. Most of these children at such a young age are essentially their own support system, especially if they have been taken and separated from their siblings. There are many problems within the system. I want to discuss 3 big problems that I had. Number 1 being aging out with no support, separating children, and abuse within the homes. As of spring 2024, over 355,000 young people have to figure out how they're going to survive by themselves by just 18 years old. Many age out of the system without support, housing, or resources, leading to high rates of homelessness and incarceration. Although I realize this problem isn't just something that happens in foster care, this problem is far more common in foster care than anywhere else. Numerous foster children have shared that the foster care system was in a hurry to wash their hands of them. No person, let alone child, should worry about where they're going to be living next year or feel like a burden for wanting basic love and necessities.
No child should feel that way.
Many kids, including myself, want to go to college. Aging out without support is especially tough for those eager to pursue higher education. We need more attention on the challenges foster youth face and create support systems that address financial, academic, and emotional needs. I read in an article that 76% of welfare cases are due to neglect and poverty, meaning that most cases don't involve intentional abuse. Families do need support. My big question is, why is abuse so noticeable at the home the child was previously living in, but often dismissed once they're in the custody of the system? Some would argue that the foster care system fails to address and prevent abuse and neglect within foster homes, with insufficient consequences for perpetrators. These children, after being removed from their homes, are placed with strangers, trusting that they'll be safe and supported. Unfortunately, this trust is often broken more times than not, leading to physical and emotional trauma. It's heartbreaking to me to see that states have failed to protect these vulnerable children. I believe the system should provide personalized support for each child's unique needs. Something I found really interesting when I was looking into this topic is sexually abused youth is more likely to experience more placements than a child who hasn't been sexually abused within the foster care system. In an article by Abigail Hessing, she said sexual abuse can occur in any situation, but when coupled with the routine vulnerabilities experienced by children in the foster care system, its likelihood increases. I don't know about you, but that statement alone kind of highlights the urgent need to improve safeguards and support systems within the system. We're going to take a moment to imagine for a minute. You're being taken from the only home you've ever known, and now you're being separated from your siblings. These scenarios happen daily. There are many benefits to placing siblings together in foster care, like improved mental health. Foster care agencies should prioritize keeping siblings together, maybe by assigning case managers specifically for sibling groups to ensure that their needs are met and their relationships are supported. At this point in the video, you may or may not be wondering, what can I do to help? Well, it all really comes down to the need for care and connections. Support can change someone's entire life. It's not always about the lack of resources. I do realize and understand that the foster care system issues are a federal government issue. But for getting $5 billion a year or more, I believe the foster care system could do what it needs to become better for the children. Everyone can help others in need. And by addressing these critical issues, I believe that a safe foster care system that truly prioritizes the well-being of the children that it was designed to protect can be made. That being said, if we want to make the world a better place, we have to start with ourselves, whether that be just listening to the youth in foster care or helping those who are aging out of the system. It can start with you.